Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live, the show where we try to help you deal with whatever you are dealing with by showing you other people that have overcome things that seemed impossible or to the world they seemed impossible, but they're really not. So just hang in there, put one foot in front of the other. You got this. But on this show, we like you guys to participate. So ask as many questions as you would like, and we will answer them. And don't forget, you can invite all kinds of people to watch this show. And with no further ado, I would like to bring to the stage Ashley. Hey, Ashley, how are you doing this evening?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you, Jeff?
Oh, I am great. Thank you so much for asking. I'm excited about tonight's episode and I appreciate you very much for being here with me. I know you're a busy woman and you have had your challenges and you are here to help other people overcome their challenges. And I appreciate that.
Thank you for
Yes.
having me. I can't wait for this to share my story and hopefully inspire others not to give up and, and create an impact.
That's great. Thank you so much. So if you would like to say how you say your name, introduce us to you.
Hi, my name is Ashley Smale. It's male with an S, not smile. It's Smale. Um, I'm 26 years old now. I'm a loving wife. I have a new baby who's only tomorrow. He'll be 8 months old, and
Wow,
he's
congrats.
so awesome.
That's amazing. So where are you from, Ashley?
I'm originally from New York. The car accident happened in New York, but I relocated to Pennsylvania. So I'm currently in Pennsylvania,
That's cool. Whereabouts in Pennsylvania? It's a
in
big
the
state.
in the Carbon County area.
Oh, that's cool. So I definitely find that to be pretty awesome. I don't know, we have some fans from of the show from Pennsylvania. So hopefully more of them are watching tonight. So I would like to welcome Ben Bruce, who's watching us from Lagos, Nigeria. And guys, if you're out there, tell us where you're from. Let me give you a shout out on air. It would be pretty awesome. So I know from my car accident that I had to go through a lot. I had to relearn a lot, and in fact, my arms were stuck up like this, and the people struggled to pull them down. And I started to develop what they consider drop foot, and they stood me up on boards to help my ankles get back up so was able to walk. And I know that there are a lot of different things that we as traumatic brain injury patients have to deal with. And can you explain a little bit of what caused your injury?
I can tell you like everything about it.
Wow.
Um,
That's awesome.
On March 6th, 2014, I was driving home from work, which was like a half an hour away from my house, and I was following my friend home from work, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I must have slid. We stopped to get gas, and then I pulled out of the gas station, and then I must have turned too quick or something, and I slid on something, and I slammed into a tree.
Wow. A
I
tree.
think I believe I'm sorry. I believe that there was a black ice on the ground because it snowed like a couple of days prior. But We'll
Wow.
never know.
Trees don't move when you hit them, though, do they?
No,
Yeah.
unfortunately, they do not.
What happened to the tree?
The tree is still standing there. It just has a big dent in it.
What caused the dent? Do you know?
Um, so I I spun out, and I didn't spin out. I slammed into the onto the driver's side, which I was in, and they found me with my seatbelt in the back seat of my car.
Wow.
I drove an Acura RSX, and that was the only spot in the whole car that was not untouched, but it was like the only place where I would have survived. Anywhere else in the car, I would have been a goner.
Wow. Well, we are so lucky you made it out alive.
Yeah.
But I know from, just like I said before, from personal experience through all my troubles that after my car accident, what happened afterwards?
So my friend who I was following saw my headlights veer off the road, so he pulled over and he called 911. The fire department arrived first to the scene of my accident. They had to use the jaws of life to get me out of the car. Once they got me out of the car, they got me to the hospital in the golden hour, which I was when I got to the hospital, I was already in a coma. It wasn't a medically induced coma. I was in an actual coma. I needed like 56 staples in my head. Um, I broke my pelvis, broke my pelvis, fractured my clavicle. No, I broke my clavicle, fractured my pelvis, and I slit open the top of my right foot. I needed like a lot of stitches in my foot. I have a huge scar on my foot. Um, um, what I what I don't really remember is like ever driving. Like I had no recollection of ever having my license, and
Wow.
so I woke up from the coma 3 weeks later. So when I was more aware and able to talk, I I needed a breathing tube and a feeding tube because I was in a coma, and when I woke up from the coma and they removed the breathing tube, the tracheotomy, I barely spoke. It took me a while to have any kind of speech, and then from there it was like a gradually slow process to get to where I am today.
That is crazy. How long has it been since your accident?
Yesterday was actually the 9 year anniversary.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow, we're honored to be here on 9 years, one day after your accident. That's pretty cool.
Thank
So,
you.
it still a struggle even now, 9 years later?
Yes, it is a struggle. Mainly like because I get tired easily, like more easily than like the average person. Also, sometimes when I get tired, my left leg will twitch, which is the leg that I fractured the pelvis. Um, and walking, it has gotten easier. I reprogrammed my brain to like everybody would think like, oh, you're probably in a whole bunch of pain or whatnot, but I'm honestly not in that much pain. I've kind of reprogrammed my brain to like not feel the pain, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool. So, how exactly did you deal with things? I mean, how did it affect you mentally?
It affected me, man. I was in my senior year of high school, so I didn't even graduate high school yet. And everybody back then was all they all had like what they thought happened. Like they were talking like a whole bunch of smack and like saying like, oh, I was texting and driving, or oh, like I was racing. They were saying like a whole bunch of untrue things, and like that really affected me and hurt me mentally. But then years down the road, down the line, I like realized like I'm alive, I'm here, like might as well make the most of it.
Yeah,
And while sorry, can I say like a very inspiring thing real
go
quick?
for it. You can say anything you'd like.
While I was in a coma, I remember like like my dead ancestors and like people coming to me telling me you're gonna have to fight with everything you got to make the most of a lot of this life. And from that day that I woke up, I remembered that, and I fought with everything I had to make the most of it.
That is great. We have Lotus Roche in the house, and she's saying being able to overcome is powerful. And then I also want to show you that Brenda Ringwood said you are amazing, Ashley. And then
Thank you.
Lotus Roche also said, "Wow, happy wonderful anniversary. We are thankful that you are here." Ben Bruce said that's pretty awesome. And oh, Paul Fortune said Ashley is awesome. Very inspiring person. I think you actually know Paul.
Paul, oh, yeah, I do know. Hi, Paul.
That's pretty cool. We know some of the same people.
Yeah.
So do you know Ryan Dunphy also?
No, I don't think I do.
All
I'm
right.
I'm horrible with names, and due
Uh,
to the car accident, the traumatic brain injury, my memory is like not so good. So that is there's some like there's some days that I struggle with it more than others. And like my speech, well, not really my speech, but my memory, sometimes I struggle, like recall my short term memory sometimes is affected, but my long term memory is pretty much fine.
That's cool. So I know it's kind of a touchy subject because I kind of have the issue as well. But how has other people's opinion of you been on you? I mean, how does it affect you?
Oh, well, in the like I said in the beginning, I really was hurt by it and affected, and I let it like get me depressed and down. But then one day, I just woke up and I was like, I'm not gonna let this like change who I am as a person, because I always was a happy-go-lucky person, and
Oh,
I wasn't gonna let other people bring me down. I was like, God left me on this earth not to dwell on anything, not to be upset, but to live and prosper through life and make the most out of life.
yeah, that's awesome. So, what made it to the point where you decided, hey, I want to help other people? What was it in you that said other people can benefit from my story?
Um, one ever like just the kind of person I am, and like how I look at things, like my outlook on life and everything. Um, People told me, "Oh, you should be a motivational speaker. You should do this. You should do that." And like, I was like, "Oh, okay, well, um, I'll do that. I'll share my story, and I'm trying to share my story to make an impact and help people change their perspective on life and know that even though today might seem like the worst day of your life, like you could be having a bad day, or like it could be 10 times worse. Like, look at me, I overcame being in a coma for 3 weeks and ICU for 1 month and rehab for 5 months. So in total, I was in the hospital for 6 months, and then in rehab for like years. Um, I was like, if I could go through all that and make it out on the other side, like use me as motivation, you know. So
Yeah.
that's why I choose to share my story.
That is amazing because I know that going through therapy isn't the easiest thing. In fact, a lot of times it's quite painful and very monotonous. I mean, you do the same things over and over all the time, and it's terrible. It's
Yeah,
not something I wish on anybody, that they actually need that therapy.
yeah.
So I have to ask Ashley, what are you up to these days?
These days, I'm married. I got married a year ago on October 23rd, 2021, and then
Congratulations.
I had my baby boy on July 8th, 2022, and
Congratulations.
and I'm a stay-at-home mom with my little baby now.
Yeah, and you were telling me just before air that you were actually thinking about going back to work. Can you tell us a little bit about that, about what you did and how your experiences are going to be able to help you?
Um, what I used to well, what I am gonna do, well, what I used to do at work, I was a certified peer support specialist, which is like someone who suffers with mental illness and like helps other people overcome anything. Like it could go from anxiety, depression, like PTSD, like there's a whole any kind of mental illness, like you name it. And I share my story in hopes that it inspires, or I share my experience of how I overcame like certain situations to help others overcome what they're going through.
That's great. So, how do you think that your prior career and hopefully career again are going to benefit you as well as hopefully benefiting other people?
Most definitely. It benefits me because knowing that I am doing something that I love and that was and sharing some like a horrible experience with me, I wouldn't wish it on anybody, is something that I don't even have the words to say. Like it just makes it fills my heart with warmth.
Yeah, that's so true. Like if you could go back and change history and make your accident not happen to you, would you do that?
No, I no, because I just wouldn't.
All right. So a lot of people I think are going to ask why. And I have to ask why just for other people.
Okay, so why I wouldn't change it is because it made me realize that life is very valuable. You only get a certain amount of chances, and it showed me like appreciate every day, like wake up with a smile and like thank God you're here. And it just showed me that like some days it might seem rough, but like it could be a lot worse than.
That is amazing. So what are your plans for the future?
My plan for the future are to go back to being a certified peer support specialist, and also I want to have another baby, but my baby is just a baby, so I don't know when that'll happen. But and the world is not the best place right now, so right now, my outlook on life, my vision for the future is to just like keep raise my son, keep sharing positivity in the world because the world needs it.
Yeah.
Um, and try to be the best person I can be. And down the future, I would like to be a motivational speaker, like, and share my story, like, on a larger platform.
Yeah, that's the goal of a lot of people that I know have gone through experiences similar to ours, and I know that is one of the most rewarding things out there. So
Yeah.
I have to point out that Sarah Baston said, "Thank you for sharing, Ashley. Each experience is in our path for a reason. You are amazing." So we want to say hi to Sarah. Also, we thank you so much for
Thanks.
commenting, guys. And I hope you guys are all hitting that like button. Just keep hitting it. And also share this episode out because you never know who this episode is going to benefit in the long run. So we thank you guys so much. But Ashley, is there any way people can get in touch with you? Say they want help with their mental health.
I have a Facebook group, the Hope Trotter, which they can get in contact with me through that.
You
By
said the
just
hope.
messaging me through that, and then I'll get back to you.
You said the Hope Trotter,
Yeah, I'll
like
put
a
it
horse, like a horse trots.
in the chat.
That's kind of cool. So where did you come up with the name the Hope Trotter?
uh, I because I love I did well, I'm very hopeful and hopeful that everything in life will get better, and I'm just trotting along, like a horse just trotting. So, yeah.
That's very neat. I like the whole symbolism of that in the name of that group. So if you guys reach out to Ashley, she can definitely help you out and talk to you through her group on Facebook. It is called the Hope Trotter. And we is there any other way, any other contact information you would like to give out?
Hold on one second.
Sorry to put you on the spot. Well, so guys, this has been a pretty amazing story just to hear the her story of overcoming. And yes, Randy, that is correct. The Hope Trotter. So I am able to post the comment on or on YouTube, but I'm not able to post the comment on LinkedIn or Facebook. So it is the Hope Trotter, and you guys can see it there. Um,
Hello.
yes,
Yeah,
we're still
sorry.
here. It's all
My
right.
my work. Well, my phone number is 484-212. I have
What?
to.
Oh, well.
484-232.
All right, 484-232.
232-9210.
All right, guys. And you can reach out to her that way as well. Again, this is Ashley, and her last name is Smale, like smell kinda, but she doesn't. It's not smell. she
It's
co-
it's
she
it's
corrected
Mel with
me.
the S.
Yeah, she corrected me. It's not smell like smell, but it's smell. Male with an S. So, guys, we know we've seen on this show that there are a lot of people out there, And each and every person out there has gone through, has dealt with one thing or another. And you probably have too. But I just want to tell you that you have to keep walking. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Just hang in there because I guarantee it'll get better. This problem or this issue that you were going through can only last so long. You see, there has been absolutely nothing that you have gone through that you didn't live through. Now, hold on. That's a tweetable quote, but I'll say it again so you don't miss it. There has been nothing you have gone through that you didn't live through. So you have gotten past everything that you have gone through, but it has to take you going through that something in order to come out the other side better, stronger, more knowledgeable for life and for the future lessons that you are going to be taught in this life. So we're here for you. This show is for you guys. We want to show you that you can accomplish anything. I bring on different guests every week trying to show you a continual stream of people that have gotten past something they have dealt with. So we, as in Ashley and I, are both sitting here tonight, both having to deal with a nearly catastrophic car accident with that nearly ended our life. And we have got this fight in us to be able to thrive in life. We don't just survive, but we thrive.
Definitely 100%. Jeff,
So,
I just want to say real quick, before I have to go because my son is giving my husband difficulties. Um, I have I have a tattoo on my body that says what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger with every heartbeat, and that is what I live by and what I believe and what keeps me going.
that is so true. But guys out there, including you, Ashley, I need to remind you all of something this week, next week, and for the rest of your life. You have to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. I'll see you guys back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, thank you, Ashley, and
Thank
thank
you
you,
for having me.
everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.